excited that we're sitting down today with Chris Paysinger of Reconstruction South in Athens, Alabama. And y'all probably like, why are we talking to this guy? But I'm gonna
I'm thinking the same thing.
So this is I've been wanting to tell this story for a while, but one of the things I love is just pulling on a thread and seeing where it goes. And I first discovered you and Reconstruction South because you have a shop, Reconstruction South, where you have a lot of taxidermy.
Bizarre things.
Yes. And so I found you on Instagram and I said, I want to go check this place out. And I figured out you were in Athens.
Yeah.
And the Athens was about halfway between Nashville and Birmingham. So I had a road trip. All right, this is Nacho.
It's
Nacho's going to be in the video today. That's right.
Yeah.
So, and I said, all right, I sent you a DM and I said, I want to come and visit your shop. You said, I'll be there whatever time.
Yeah.
And I pulled up and I saw your Scout truck outside with the taxidermy in the back and said, I'm in the right place.
In the right place.
Yes.
Yeah.
So taxidermy and the reclaimed stuff, what do you call exactly what you do?
You know, a lot of it is the salvage work. A lot of it is like trying to find, it's crazy. A lot of what we started with, a buddy and I did, was we were doing content development for people. So I'm a retired history teacher.
Okay. You did that for
27 years.
Yeah. Hey.
And I'd begun to diversify because I knew that there's life after education, and things that I wanted to do, and a lot of things that I was interested in that maybe education and being in a classroom didn't quite scratch the itch sometime. So we started with content development. We were working with, videographers writing the content for their videos, magazine articles, content for websites, content for social media. And increasingly, all these businesses that we would talk to and work with were like, hey, we're about to open, but. And it was like this, we had this idea of a brand, but we don't have like the personification of it. And like the physical part of it.
The authenticity feel.
The authenticity. And so, I'd always dabbled with antiques and old stuff. And it kind of has taken on a life of its own of trying to help. It's not placemaking necessarily, but maybe it is a little.
It is. That is placemaking. Yeah. Because people know what they want, but they just don't know how to source it.
They don't know how to source it. Sometimes they don't know how to put it together so that it's not.
It doesn't look like a junk shop.
Or a Pinterest board.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times people would come to me and say, oh, this is what I'm looking for. And it was Pinterest that maybe was a little bit disjointed.
Right.
And maybe the brand and the vibe wasn't right.
Right.
So I spent a lot of time helping people in the early days with that. And I
still hone in on their aesthetic.
Hone in on their aesthetic. Yeah.
Okay.
Not that I have any credentials to do so.
No, but I think if you grew up with a lot of this kind of stuff.
I grew up, on a farm. Hey, come here, Nacho.
Nacho.
I grew up on a farm.
Okay.
In Elkmont, Alabama.
All right.
It's my grandparents, and they lived literally like it was the Great Depression still.
Yeah.
We didn't have dogs.
Nacho.
Growing up. We didn't have cats. We had mules.
Right.
And that was our pets.
Okay.
And, my grandfather had tractors and all kinds of stuff and still plowed with a team of good gray mules, just like, and he had a mule wagon, and we go on rides on Saturdays.
Wow.
So, I had grown up around old things. I didn't grow up around anybody who had decorated.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up around anybody who, spent time talking about putting that together. I don't know where that kind of has come from for me.
Don't you think part of it though is like the fact that you were a history teacher?
Yeah, I think it's like putting, you're putting a story together.
Yeah.
In like this very concise, organized way to present it to people.
Yeah.
And it's almost kind of the same of how you like do the placemaking.
Right.
Or it is to me anyway.
Because your home does tell the story, or a restaurant or a shop.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. And, it's got to be a compelling story. I think in the noise of today, you've got to tell a compelling story that means something.
And quickly.
Yes. The moment you walk in those doors,
people feel it.
I might judge a little bit sometimes when I go in those places.
Yeah.
But it's really, I think it's important to kind of try to cut through the noise of the things that we're bombarded with and the things that we're told are cool or interesting. And you want people to walk into a space and go, I don't know why it's cool. I don't know why it's comfortable. I don't know why it matters,
Right.
but it does.
And I will say that that's the vibe I picked up on just from your Instagram stuff. And I was like, I want to go and I wanted to pull the curtain back and see. So you definitely nailed that. But there is an art to incorporating old things and making your house not feel like a museum.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. And it can't feel precious.
Yeah. They cannot feel unlivable.
Right.
Even if a dog gets on a nice chair or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
It's really okay.
Yeah. But those old things they're still around for a reason.
They're still around for a reason.
Because they were well made.
Yeah. And, some nicks and scratches is okay. Perfectly fine with me.
Yeah.
That's
we're not going to mess it up.
We're not going to mess it up.
Yeah.
But, I really do think and wish that people would kind of own their own brands.
Say more about that.
It's easy to have that Pinterest board. It's easy to look at maybe what someone else is doing, and it really may not work for your space or your personality. And I think a lot of people ultimately fall into that trap of trying to be a lot like other people.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Like my house has 8-foot ceilings. I know that there's a limit to what I could do there. And so.
But I'm sure it's comfortable, and it's like a place that's your little haven.
Yes, it's got my stuff.
It's a place where you can write and think.
Yeah.
And I mean, that to me is like, like if we're in our front room of this 1825 house that we live in, and if I have to like come up with an idea,
right,
or if I'm trying to like as a writer, this, take something and hold it up and like turn it just right to get the interesting part of the story, I come sitting here.
Oh, you do?
I do. It's
this
like
is your thinking
it's
room?
my little thinking room. Yeah. And I think it's important.
Do you think it's the light, or is it the stuff that you put in here?
I think it's the light. This house has even though it's old, it has a ton of windows. But I think it's the stuff, and I think it's where you feel comfortable. And, it's.
I had that recently at my house where my office had been, and I had an extra bedroom, and so I had the office in there. I didn't like the light. I didn't like it faced the street, and it was real busy.
Yeah.
And so I would just park it at my dining room table. And I was like, this is not sustainable. So I flip-flopped 2 rooms, and I have a bedroom that's on the back of the house, and it has the same view as the dining room.
Yeah.
And I get so much done in there. And it's like, I don't know why it took me like 3 years to figure that out.
It matters.
It does.
It absolutely matters.
Space matters.
Space.
Yeah.
And, sometimes I think restaurants get it wrong.
Yes.
Trying to be something that they're not.
And you supply, found goods to some restaurants. I know there's one. So we'll talk about, we're in Athens, Alabama, and we can talk about that. So Southern Table here in Athens, Alabama, you've got some stuff there.
Got a lot of stuff in there. My wife's glad it's there, not here. But it was a new restaurant opened a couple of years ago in Athens. It had
moved from Pulaski,
Tennessee, and it's kind of like this super fun Southern vibe.
Yeah,
you take on traditional Southern food in a good way, not like an overly fussy way by any means or pretentious.
It's one of my favorite places.
It's their desserts are fantastic.
Yeah,
cocktails, everything is good, and so he had a space and had a brand. Yeah. But like, again, how do you physically take your brand and your persona and your personality and translate it? Yeah. And so that's what I helped him do in that space. Yes.
So what's a question you ask like a client or a customer? Like, do you do like a branding exercise?
Yeah. It's
or do they show you a Pinterest board?
A lot of time it's a Pinterest board.
Okay.
A lot of times, they just have these ideas of like something that's lodgy, something that's modern, or, and again, how do you find like the old stuff that correlates to that? Yeah. Now, you can find new stuff, but that's no fun.
Right. Okay. So talk about sourcing. I'm always fascinated with some of the stuff you pull out, and I'm like, where the hell did you find that? Yeah. So you got secret sources. We're not going to ask you to trade secrets.
No, I'll tell all the secrets.
You will?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Give us a secret.
One of the best antique stores in the southeastern United States. He's become a little famous recently. Okay. Is some influencer found him. Okay. Is a buddy of mine in Pulaski.
Oh, I love that place.
It's the best place ever.
It is. Yeah. But like, go ahead and set aside like hours of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're going to be picking
Oh
for a
yeah.
while.
Oh, it's so cool.
And you can go in and tell him, like, I'm looking for arrowheads or
Yeah.
something. He's got boxes.
He's
of
got
that.
boxes and he knows about them. And
Yes.
so Donnie Lanier is
Uh-huh.
his name. It's exit 14 on Highway 64. Go west towards Pulaski.
Yep.
But Donnie's mother was an old time junker.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, I mean, he found his first like stash of bottles under an old building in Pulaski
Yeah.
when he was like 5.
Wow.
And he brought them out.
Because that was entertainment
It
back
was
then. It
entertainment,
was go
yeah.
outside.
Absolutely.
Dig in the dirt.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's the kind of guy, like the first time I ever went, and I said, well, hey, Donnie, what about this piece? And I didn't know him.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, you really don't want that. I mean, you know, there's not a lot of honest junkers in the world.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're really just trying to sell stuff. And, you know, Donnie's the kind of guy, he'll tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Really?
And he'll tell you, it's really worth about this much. And he's not lying to you.
Okay.
But
he's not trying to like steal it, like,
No.
I'll buy it for this. Okay.
No, he is a great guy, good person. He's a farmer on the side, and you know, he loves to junk, as he says.
Yeah.
There's about a group of about 5 of us that go all over. And if I find a good spot, I'll call him and say, hey, Donnie, let's go check this out.
Okay.
Or he'll do the same to me.
So what are like characteristics of when you say I found a good spot? What's a hallmark of that?
Like piles of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, piles. Like where you open every drawer and you dig through and you fight the brown recluses.
Yeah.
All the stuff.
Like, what's the craziest thing you've ever found? Or like, do you find hidden drawers in furniture?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you find all kinds of things that people have hidden.
Yeah. Go back to like your grandparents. Like
yeah, they put
stash
stuff back.
Yes.
Probably my favorite thing, and it's just out of sight behind Christiana over here, is this galvanized baptismal font behind you.
We'll get a picture of it.
Yeah, it's very cool. But I was contacted and said, hey, there's a building in Mississippi that's full, like 20,000 square feet, full. And so would you like to come look? And so I said, absolutely.
Yes.
So we will go, and it's just stacks and stacks. And it's literally like one little way up, the building is collapsing. The ceilings are falling in. The stairs are falling in on the front side. And like, how are we going to get all this stuff down these stairs?
Right.
And so, you know, we worked for weekends doing so. But there was this galvanized baptismal font that is literally sliding into this giant gaping hole. There's probably a 20-foot drop under it. And I thought, I got to save it.
Yeah.
And so my buddy tied a rope around me.
Really?
And I went out there very gingerly. And grabbed it and slowly slid back as he pulled so that I didn't like literally crash into this gaping hole.
Oh my gosh.
Because I could not leave that piece there.
It was calling to you.
Yeah, they were Lebanese Christians that had moved from Lebanon to America, to Mississippi in the late 1800s, early 1900s to flee the Muslims. Who were being persecuted.
Yeah.
And so they come here, and this is their baptismal font.
Did they bring it with them?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
what took them to Mississippi?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's Mississippi at that particular time was like, so many people migrated there. You have
because of ag.
Because of ag, and you have Hispanic farm workers.
Yeah.
It's the reason, you're a food writer.
Yeah.
Like tamales show up there.
Oh, yeah.
They're a mainstay.
In the Delta.
In the Delta.
Big.
So, it's one of those, now he's going to go with you. It's one of those things that, I think they ended up there for that reason.
Okay.
And I just couldn't leave it. I couldn't let it go into that gaping hole.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the inside of that building looks like now, but I guarantee everything has collapsed in.
Wow.
And I couldn't leave that.
It had to come home.
It had to come home.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of things you can't sell. That's
Just
my
because-
wife. Look around this room.
Yeah. So just because it catches your eye doesn't mean it's going to catch somebody else's eye.
Yeah. And there's a designer in the Nashville area that is dead for that baptismal font.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. But I can't sell it.
Really?
It's so cool.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you, okay, so you're married
Yes.
and you have one child.
One child.
So she knows she's getting all of it.
Yeah.
It's a long ways off.
It's a long ways off.
Yeah.
But, when she was 5 and 6, when I first began doing this,
Yeah.
I'm a teacher. She's out of school for summer.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot sit around the house. I can't do nothing.
Right.
And so literally we would get on my truck on Thursdays and we would just go explore. And it was like this huge adventure to her. Her mother was a dietitian at the time. She's not that anymore, but we'd eat Doritos and drink Coca-Cola out of glass bottles.
Sun drop.
Yeah, sun drop.
Yeah.
All these things that, you made it like a great adventure for
Right.
her. I remember, being in a little Mexican restaurant and, it's a butcher shop.
Yeah.
And
Carniceria.
and there's tongue and, she's the consummate foodie now.
Okay.
And she loves old stuff, but I credit a lot of that just to like going all these adventures
Exposing her
to Donnie's Junk Store.
Yeah.
When she was a little bitty girl, I was helping Peter Nappy with their expansion in Nashville.
Yeah.
Which is a super cool Italian shoe brand. And
so when you say you were helping them, you were like kitting out the store.
Yeah, kitting out the store.
Uh-huh.
And she would go with me because, she had to.
Sure.
And, there's this girl with this impossibly pink bow on her head walking into this, shop and interacting. And
that's awesome.
I think she probably felt like she was an integral part of the operation.
Yeah, she was.
But it's important.
Yeah.
She was.
Yeah. So some other brands you've worked with where you've filled out some of their spaces.
Yeah. Gosh, I'm trying to think. In Huntsville, I've done a lot.
Okay.
Of course, the proximity issues.
Sure.
It's close. Roosevelt and Company was a very fun project. It's a men's store, very high-end, upscale.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Reed stuff there. And he wanted like a very masculine, cool, but like modern vibe.
Yeah.
So, you take old woods and, concrete and, all the things and you layer great leather, great clothes and it
just
works. It works.
Yeah.
But you walk in and it feels like it's been there forever.
Yeah.
Which is what I think you want.
That's the point. Yeah. And you said Tom Beckby is another one you've done.
Felt Tom Beckby on some stuff at his new Franklin store. He wanted the most giant epic mirror. And I left thinking after I talked to him, where am I going to find a mirror that size?
Right.
Like the first stop at this, little rundown building in a rundown little town in Illinois. That mirror was like 85, 86 inches tall, 60 inches wide, killer vintage frame around it. Cool.
How did you get that back here?
I've got a very strong buddy who was with me.
Okay.
And so Dave and I lifted it, got it into the back of my truck with about that much room.
Wow.
And hoped that it didn't break between Illinois and Franklin.
That's insane.
And he left the key for us. He was still building out the space. And we put it in there and leaned it up against the wall.
Tag your it.
Sold sight unseen.
Wow.
Outside of a photo.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's the kind of fun stuff where you try to, fill in the gaps for people. And I never ever would have thought that I would have run across one and first stopped.
It was meant. It was
meant to
meant for
be.
y'all. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So you're in Athens, Alabama.
Yes.
Tell us about why Athens and what makes Athens special.
Athens is a great little town. It's, a couple of 100 years old. It's a little bit older than the state, founded in 1818. Alabama, of course, became the state in 1819.
Okay.
Going back to my history teacher roots
Yes.
here. But, Athens still has its very intact downtown as far as
Walkable.
Very walkable.
Mhm.
We live, 2 blocks from the square.
Yep.
When we moved into this house, and it was built in 1825, it's the oldest house in Athens.
This one is?
It is.
Okay.
201 years old.
Wow.
Which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
That it's still here. It's kept that core, but there was nothing downtown when we first moved.
And people thought you were crazy for moving
People
downtown
thought we
to
were
the
crazy.
historic district.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hysterical district, as everyone likes to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've got Athens State University here.
Athens State University is just across the cemetery from us.
Okay. I like that landmark. Yeah, I grew up in Atlanta. It was like you go to the Big Chicken and turn left.
Yeah.
So this one you probably have to specify which cemetery.
Which cemetery?
Yeah, across from the cemetery.
Across from the big city cemetery.
Big
Is what
city.
everybody
Okay.
knows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Yeah. But it's, downtown is maintained its integrity, number one.
Right.
When it dried up, I've always heard Asheville, North Carolina did this, that it dried up and there was no money to even tear the buildings down.
Yeah.
And so it was a little bit mothballed.
Yeah.
And so Athens for a long time was just lawyers' offices and very little retail, no restaurants, very sleepy. And so, a lot of those places didn't have great roofs on them when people began to redo them.
Yeah.
But, it's people have slowly but surely brought it back. And of course, now everything's pretty much filled. The residential district is filled. If I kept a real list of the number of people who said, hey, let me know if something's coming on the market.
Yeah.
And it would be huge.
Wow. Yeah. You and I drove around and saw some things. I'm like, what's that one going for? What's that one going for? Because I'm always fascinated by that. So there's some real gems. Yeah. For sure. So, all right. So you've also introduced me to a special drink, a cocktail. So can you, tell us the history of Sundrop in this area. Well, if y'all aren't familiar with Sundrop, it's kind of like Mountain Dew.
Except way better.
Yeah, except way better. Yeah.
Sundrop is highly caffeinated.
Okay.
It's not as sugary to me. It's very sugary.
Yes.
But it's not quite as sugary to me, nacho, as maybe a Mountain Dew.
Okay.
Come here.
Okay, we're gonna swap. Oh, there we go. Okay.
You think he's neglected.
It's not as sugary.
And it's, for years it was kind of primarily just here.
In North Alabama.
So when I was at Auburn or friends were in Tuscaloosa, you would bootleg it back.
Okay.
Because you couldn't get it there.
Yeah.
People loved it. It might be a little addictive. But it has roots in Pulaski.
Okay.
North Carolina is, I think, originally where it originated.
Okay.
I think the second bottling plant was in Pulaski. And so North Alabama, Southern Tennessee has always kind of been the real epicenter
for
Sundrop.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's much more available now, but there's a drink, we started a bourbon party, probably 8 or 9 years ago, something like that. And it was just really with the intention of getting people together. Yeah. It's so easy as everybody's busy. Everybody at the time had kids and we're going a million different directions. And there was a lot of people in this town of now 35,000. At the time, it was probably closer to 25,000.
Yeah.
That you just don't see.
Sure.
So I think you have to be intentional about seeing people.
There's a reason why you got front porches.
Yeah, that's right.
People go visiting.
And so we had this idea, we're just going to do a little bourbon party. I don't know why we chose to call it a bourbon party.
Because you wanted people to come.
We wanted people very good calling apart for it, sure.
Yeah.
And so we had the first one and, people came. The last one, I bet we had 200, 250 people.
Woo!
It was packed. But a few years ago, it was COVID and we didn't have it at the time. And so I thought, well, what could we do to make the bourbon party more fun? And I thought, a punch.
Yeah.
And, you go through some of the more historic punches and sometimes like Chatham Artillery Punch. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. No. It was out of Charleston.
Okay.
And you can look up the recipe. And I thought, I just don't know that people are going to really buy into that.
What are some of those ingredients? That one. Were they weird?
Yeah, a little bit weird. It's just stuff.
They were Charleston?
It's very Charleston.
Sorry, not throwing shade.
Little blue blood. And so I thought, well, what could you do that's a little more localized?
Yes.
So as you do with cocktails, you practice and practice and practice.
I mean, if you want to be good at anything, you got to practice.
You got to practice.
That's right.
And so, what could you make for a couple of hundred people?
Right.
So my wife's family still has the giant old, silver plate punch bowl that is, Nacho could take a bath in it if he probably wanted to.
Would you do that?
No, he hates a bath. But, so we practiced and finally came up with a drink. Nacho, you're being awful. His breath's terrible too, by the way. You can't smell it.
Not smell of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But we,
so the punch,
so the recipe, I don't know, it's not that big a secret, but I would Try it at
Share.
home.
Okay.
1 part bourbon.
Okay.
And I love Old Forester.
Yeah, I do too.
It's such a traditional old bourbon.
Yeah.
Like,
And
like
then the price point.
the price point's great.
Yeah.
And it's like what your grandfather would have drank to like have a good drink.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I think it's cool.
I feel like there's like a Wednesday night bourbon and then there's like a Friday night bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like your
It's all perfect.
middle of the week.
Yeah.
You're tired.
Yes.
You just want to make a good cocktail
Yeah.
and hang out.
Yeah.
So Old Forester, and you can make it, I make it by the gallon.
Yes. As one should.
As one should.
Yes.
So I make it by the gallon, and it's 1 part bourbon,
Mm-hmm.
1 part unsweet tea.
Okay. What kind of sweet? What kind of unsweet?
You know, I like Milo's.
Okay.
It's always a
Okay.
go-to. It's easy.
Okay.
It's accessible anywhere.
Yes.
1 part lemonade,
Okay.
and then 1 part Sundrop.
All right.
So it'll sneak up on you,
Yes.
and you put a squeeze of orange in it.
Okay.
Little orange wheels, squeeze, drop
Mhm.
it in it. And I always call it, it's like a poor man's old fashioned.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of what it is.
Yeah.
Um,
But it's got that caffeine in it, so it's like an espresso martini
Oh.
that people like have that at the end of the night. I'm like, why are you having that at the end of the night?
it will keep you up, and it will sneak up on you.
Uh-huh. So they serve that
Yeah.
at Southern Table.
Yeah,
And it will sneak up on you.
it will sneak up on you.
Yeah.
The first time that we did it, as far as the bourbon party,
Yeah.
we went through 10 gallons. Yeah, and so the last time I think we did about 10 gallons.
So you can batch that in advance and put it in the freezer.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I actually do is
Okay.
have 4 1-gallon containers.
Right.
And so to start the bourbon party, I start off with those in the fridge.
Yeah.
And then just start adding
Keep
to it.
making.
And then I just keep mixing as the
Okay.
party just keeps going and going. And
Yeah.
we usually do it on a Sunday afternoon,
Oh,
which people don't necessarily like because they have to leave early.
yeah.
We do like because they have to leave early. They can't stay all night.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't want to go home, but
Yeah.
can't stay here.
Yeah, if I did it on a Saturday night,
Yeah.
I'd have to
Yeah.
come to Waffle House at 4 a.m.
Yes.
Yeah. have to take myself to Waffle House at 4 a.m.
What's your Waffle House go-to order?
Just the simple. I just,
Okay.
I don't even know the names of their,
Yeah.
I mean,
Scattered and
scattered,
yeah,
Powdered,
smothered. Yes.
smothered.
I just know Waffle House doesn't obviously have biscuits.
Yeah. Well, I've not had a drink today, so it's hard for me to remember.
Oh. It's like a trigger.
Yeah.
That you have a cocktail. You're like, now I know.
Now I know.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it comes to me.
Exactly. So, well, thank you. We could sit here and talk for
Oh, yeah.
hours, and I still want to go see. So you moved the store from
Yeah.
where you were. You needed more space.
Needed some more space.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I need to go check out the new
Oh,
spot.
man, there's so much stuff there.
Yes.
Neat.
Yeah. So I'm very fortunate that I was in Athens today because you asked me to speak to the Rotary Club today.
Yep.
And I was very, very nervous.
You did great.
Okay, I know I did. My Tourette's didn't come out. It was great. So this was
great.
so much fun. I do love any excuse to come up here. So
It's a great little town.
if you're listening, I would encourage you to come and check out Athens, Alabama.
Yeah.
Places to hit, Southern Table.
Southern UG White.
Say
which
that
is
again.
UG
Okay.
White is the initials.
Okay.
UG
Uh-huh.
White, which is the super cool mercantile.
Oh, yeah, it's
Which
like a
next-
5 and dime next
Yeah,
door.
it's super.
Oh, they have everything.
They
They've
have
got
candy,
knives,
coffee,
Yes.
knives,
t-shirts,
gifts, t-shirts.
yeah, all the things.
But it's
like a variety shop.
yeah, it's a variety shop, but it's not hopes.
No, it's not.
It's like real.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've done a great job
Yeah. It's
keeping.
very on brand for Athens.
It is very much. It's
Yeah.
a cool little southern town.
Yes. Yeah. And then obviously they need to go to Reconstruction South.
Reconstruction South.
Do you have any other places you want to call out?
Cream Delight ice cream.
Ooh, yes.
I don't know if you've been there
I
yet.
haven't.
Cream Delight is a 1950s walk-up
Okay.
ice cream shop downtown.
Nice.
And you can Google it. They're famous for their upside down banana splits, which are made in a cup.
Okay.
So you kind of eat it
Upside down.
upside down.
So it's portable.
It's portable. Yeah.
I
But
like
it's
that.
it's fantastic.
For a walkable town, you need to have a walkable dessert.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's,
You have an Athens punch in one hand, and an upside down banana split in the other.
absolutely. It's just exactly what you need.
That's right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for today.
Yeah,
I
it's been
appreciate
fun.
it. Yeah, it's a lot of
Absolutely.
fun. So y'all come to Athens, check it out.
Come visit.
All right. Thank you.